Wood,
Yuk.
put foto lupa. Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning Dr. Fanny. Good morning friend.
Good morning.
Morning, Mary.
Okay, I hope you today everything is well, going good. And then I will open with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oke, salam sejahtera buat kita semua. Ya, I need Mr. Tuhu to share the screen, please.
It's
Okay.
ready.
Yeah, thank you, Sir Tuhu. Today this is our topic is a speech delivery as a PowerPoint presented by me. Okay, and next slide. Next slide. Okay, so what kind of the delivery? So we discuss about what is good delivery, methods of delivery, the speaker's voice, the speaker's body, and practicing delivery. And the last topic is the answering audience questions. Okay, next. And this is introduction about communication. So the communication, the process by which meaning are exchanged between people through the use of common set of symbols is called communication. So next slide. This is pictures is about communication. So from the pictures is tells about the sender. The left person is a sender. The sender creates and send a message, and the message travels through a channel. The channel is can be a microphone or anything with like a newspaper, and the receiver gets the understand the message, and the last one is a feedback goes back to the sender. So from this picture is a simple way to show how people share information with each other. Okay, next slide. This is two-way communication process. Let me explain to you. So about the communicator. So the first is a communicator, the person who starts the communication, also called the senders. For example, in the classroom is the teacher explaining a lesson. And message, say what, is the information or idea the communicator wants to share. For example, the content of the lesson. And the medium in what way is the methods of or channel used to send the message. For example, is speaking, writing, testing, or showing a picture. And then to whom or receiver is the person who gets the message. So for example, is the students listening to the teacher, and the last one is with what effect or feedback the receiver responds to the message. This is what makes it two-way communication. And I give you the, for example, is the student asking a question or nodding to show understanding. Okay, so from this picture, two-way communication process, the summary is communication starts with the communicator who sends a message through a medium to receiver, who then gives feedback. This feedback lets the communicator know if the message was understood correctly. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is the part one. What is a good delivery? Does not call attention to itself. Is the audience should focus on the message, not on the speaker gesture, voice, or style. For example, if a speaker is shouting or moving too much, it distracts people. And the second one, convey the speaker's idea clearly, interesting without distracting the audience. Speak in a way everyone understand, and make the topic engaging, and avoid doing anything that takes attention away from the message, or like playing with the microphone, speaking too fast, or using too many fillers words. For example, a speaker who explain things in a clear voice, use a simple language, and keeps eye contact is easier to follow. So this I will give the summary in simple words. Is a good delivery means speaking clearly and naturally so people can easily understand and stay interested in your ideas without being distracted by how you are speaking. And next slide. This is still continue with the from the simple I mean the from the what is that, the good delivery. So most audience prefer a delivery to combine a certain degree of formality, directness, or natural animation, physical expressiveness, and a lively sense of communication. Okay, next slide. Using words well. So on speech delivery, we have to using words well, like specific and concentrate words. Is use words that are clear, detailed, not using the fang words. For example, say apple instead of fruit, blue car instead of a vehicle. And the next one is unbiased words. Is the unbiased word is speak fairly and respectful about people, gender, race, and religion, and etc. For example, is the firefighter instead of fireman, or police officer instead of a policeman. And vivid words is a use word that create strong image or emotion in the listener's mind. They make your message more interesting and memorable. For example, is of saying very tired, we can say exhausted. And then a simple words is use easy to understand words. Don't try to make a sound too fancy. And the goal is clear communication, not showing off a big vocabulary. For example, vocabulary. And the last one is a correct words. Is use words properly, check for the grammar and the meaning, and using the wrong word. If we using the wrong word, can make confuse our or your audience. For example, we have to know what is different between effect and effect, or there, and there. And so for summary from using words well is to speak or write if effectively, choose words is clear, fair, imaginative, easy, and correct. Okay. Next slide. Okay, this is some methods of delivery. We have a reading from a manuscript, reciting from memory, speaking impromptu, and speaking wait a minute, extemporaneously. And next slide. We explain one by one. We start with the reading from a manuscript. Okay, so reading from a manuscript is written out fully. So sorry. Reading from a manuscript is a speaker reads the entire speech word for word from a written script. So it's written out fully is everything you want to say is already prepared on the paper. And if I give you, for example, a president prepares a stage of the nation address. So from this speech is completely written out and advanced with every word chosen carefully before the event, and the text is reviewed and printed so nothing important is left out. And read to audience. So read to audience, you don't memorize or speak aloud. I give you some example is a police chief holds. So from this speech, he reads from a prepared statement to be sure all facts are correct and official. He does not speak from memory or at extra comments. Okay, next slide. So improv or talking with a little or no preparation or script or your idea immediately thinking as you speak. So I give you a sample in the classroom. The teacher says, "Can you stand up and tell us what you did during holiday?" So you have to start talking right away without notes or time to prepare. So for example, I give you some again. The example is, for example, you have a meeting in the office. Your boss say, "Please share your opinion about this news project." So you have to quickly gather your thoughts and speak on the spot. And another example is a ceremony. At the wedding, someone says, "Would you like to say a few words?" So you have to go to the microphone and speak from the heart without planning. So I have tips for speaking impromptu is first focus on one main idea and speak clearly and slowly and keep. Next slide. This is a process. That point is so on. And second, we can see that blah 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 blah, and conclusion. This is we can use for impromptu speaking, or in bahasa impromptu is mendadak. Yeah. Okay, next slide is speaking. Wait a minute. Speaking extemporaneously is a carefully prepared and result. And so this speaking for this part is you have to spend time planning what you will say, and you have to practice your speech so you feel confident, but you don't write out every sentence. Okay, and presented by brief notes is during the speech you look at the short notes to stay on track. You speak naturally in your own words. For example, is imagine you are talking about saving the environment. So for this part, we have to use the sound natural and conversational, and allows eye contact with the audience, and easier to adapt if you need to change something. And next slide. Reciting from memory is the speaker memories to the whole speech and delivers it without looking at notes. For example, we have the school competition as a student memorize a poem and declamation piece to perform on stage. So the student I mean the student stand in front of the audience and say it exactly as it was written. And for example, again, a famous speech. An actor playing Martin Luther King Jr. in a play memorized the I have a dream. So this is a speech they perform it word for word in front of the audience. Okay, next slide. This is conversational quality. Sounds spontaneous, no matter how many times speech has been researched. And next slide. Okay, this is a speaker's voice. We have some volume, vocal variety, articulation, pronunciation, rate, pause, pitch, and dialect. Okay, let me explain this one by one. So we go to the next slide. Okay, we start from the volume, loudness or softness of the speaker's voice. I give you for example. So, for example, when you're talking in the classroom or in the hall with your students, so we have to say it in the strong voice. For example, good morning, everyone. So we have to say it in a strong voice. But it's the different when you are in the library, you use a soft voice. For example, could you please pass me that book? So we use a low voice or whisper. And pitch, highness or lowness of speaker's voice. So for example, is when you are excited or surprised and you want to give it to the congratulation to your students. For example, is your students is a win from the competition. So we have to appreciate to your students and we say, wow, that's amazing, with the voice goes up. So it's a different when you are in the serious or sad, or maybe your friends have something happen to their family or to your friends, and your voice must be lower in pitch. For example, I'm so sorry to hear that. So your voice must goes down. Is the rate is speed at which person speak. Sorry, when you are nervous, you might speak too fast. For example, okay, today I will be talking about blah, 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 blah. That is a speech at which person speak because you is nervous. So when we are nervous, so mostly is a reflect. So suddenly when we are speaking on the speech is too fast. So and when you want to make sure everyone understands, you speak slowly and clearly. For example, let me explain the step 1, step 2, step 3 is a different, right? The first one, when you feel nervous, you can speak it very fast. But the second one, when you're not feeling nervous, but you calm down, and then the way you speech, the way you talk is is your voice must be, stand. It's not too fast, it's not too low, it's not too slow also. So next slide. Wait a minute. I will open my notes from here. Okay, pauses, mandatory break in vocal delivery. Wait a minute first. Okay, I give you for example is pauses. Is today is comma. We will discuss blank blank blank, and then you can continue your speech. And then vocal and vocalized pauses is pauses that occur when speaker says etc. So for example, this is a huge opportunity. The spoken with a louder voice and sorry, is a vocalized pauses is, for example, is so I think we should start the project next week. That is for example, that is the vocalized pauses. So the speakers use while thinking. So the vocal variety change in rate, pitch, volume, and give voice expressiveness is example is this is a huge opportunity. So the speaker or spoken with a louder voice and cited. So, and the next slide. This is a pronunciation. I think for all of you guys, because I know you are a teacher, so we have I think we learn about the pronunciation. Is a pronunciation is accepted standard of sound rhythm for words in given language. This is a very unique because I give you for example the pronunciation, because we are know the English grammar, English language is we have two style. Is the first one is the American style, in the second one for the British style. I give you the sample one. If we're saying schedule is American style is schedule. How to spell schedule? Schedule is K-A-E-J-U-L. That is an American. But it's the different when we talking or we use the British language is a schedule. How to pronunciation it is a schedule. Schedule. So how to pronounce? CHE-JUL. That is a British. What else? Okay. First is American style, but for the British is a first. And what else? Where is the American, is where is British style. What else? For is number one. When we use the American style, for, you can hear the letter R from my mouth. Is a for is American style, but in British, R and H is silent. So for. Yeah, that is the simple for British. What is a different pronunciation from British and American? But for me, I use the British style because my school you use from British. We using the Cambridge curriculum is from British. British is very formal and polite. American is a little bit rude. Yeah. Okay, next is I hope you can understand what I said about the pronunciation, because we also have to know about the pronunciation. We have two language, two pronunciation, two style is American and British. Okay, next slide is, next number 8 is articulation is a physical production of speech sounds. So, for example, is clearly pronouncing all sounds in the important for the articulation for American is important, but for British important. So we not use the R letters. It must be silent. So the dialect is, for example, you all in Southern or American English instead you all, you all, you all. But for British, you all is a O. A is a O, but American, you all. In British, you all, like that. Okay, next slide. That is a kind of different with the British and American style. Okay, this is a speaker's body. We have a personal appears, a movement, gesture, and eye contact. Okay, next. Sorry, must still the number 4, Mr. Tuhus, the speaker's body. Let me explain to you one by one about this part. Is about the personal appears. Is the speaker body, how to use your body when speaking, effect, how your audience understands and feels about your mind. And then the movement. Okay, the speaker's body, that's one, and the personal appears. For example, how you look, including your clothing and grooming, make the first impression. For example, we have to wearing a neat shirt and dress pant and giving a classroom presentation on your giving the pitch your speech and show you are prepared and respectful. And then movement is purposeful walking or stepping help and paces points and keep the audience engaging. So for example, stepping to the side while changing topics is a signals transition in your speech. Okay, gesture. Gesture is moving your hands, your arms, or your head to illustrate ideas and or at passes. For example, is using open hands to show honesty or spreading your arms to show something is big. And the last one, the eye contact, is looking at the audience helps build connection and trust. And for example, is glancing around the room and making brief eye contact with different people while you speak. Okay, next slide. This is what things you have to do. You should do. Is the first is the contact, can glance and eye contact, and the second one is can glance at notes, and the third is the appropriate gestures, and the fourth is a rhetorical question to involve audience. And the next one. This is a practicing how to practicing the delivery. So you go through preparation, outline aloud, and prepare speaking aloud line and practice speech aloud. Polish rewind delivery and give address rehearsal. Okay, next slide. This is preparing Q&A or question answer session. Formulate answers to possible question and practice delivery of answer. Okay, next slide. And this is how to managing Q&A or question and answer session. So you have to approach question with positive attitude, listen carefully, direct answer to entire audience, be honest and straightforward and stay on track. And next slide. Okay. I will try to, because you give me some of the question, I will try to, it's time to Q&A, question and answer. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, this is a question. The first question is what from Mr. Tuhu. What guidelines does Lucas provide for using focal varieties as a change in pitch, rate, volume, and pauses, and how do these elements impact the audience understanding and engagement during a speech? Mr. Tu, you have two questions, what and how. So thank you so much for your question. We try to answer your question is Stephen Lucas emphasizes that focal variety is essential to keep an audience engaged and helping convey meaning effectively. He recommends a varying pitch to avoid monotony, adjusting rate for emphasis and clarity, using volume to suit the static and highlight key points, and incorporating pauses traditionally to allow ideas to sink in and to signal transition. These elements and change the speaker's expressiveness, maintain listener interested, and improve overall message comprehension. Is it clear, Mr. Tuhu?
Thank you very much for your complete answer, Mrs. Mary.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tuhu, for your question also. Okay, the next question is from Miss Putri Wirabaya. Thank you so much for your question. Is in what ways can poor speech delivery affect an audience understanding and engagement, and how might a speaker judge their delivery style for different type of audience? Thank you for your question, Miss Putri. I will give you the summary, conclusion, Miss Putri, because I found the answer is quite long. So I just give you the conclusion. So from your question, is the conclusion is if effective delivery isn't or is not one size fits all. A good speaker learns to read the audience, adapt their tone, pace, and body language, and ensure their message is clear, engaging, and appropriate for who's listening. Is clear, Miss Putri?
Yes, Miss Mary, clear. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next question is from Mr. Han. Thank you, Mr. Han, for the question. How can I effectively use technologies such as a presentation software or multimedia to change my effective delivery in an academic speech? Thank you for your question, Mr. Han. I'm trying to answer your question. The question is to effectively use technology in academic speech. So we have six. First is use presentation software. It's like PowerPoint, Google Slide, to create engaging visuals, organize content, and illustrate key points. And the second, incorporate multimedia at videos, image, audio clips, or animation to break up text and illustrate complex concept and change audience engagement. And the third is keep it simple, avoid clutter, use clear fonts and limit text on slides to maintain audience focus. And fourth is a practice with technology as rehearse your presentation with the technology you will use to ensure smooth delivery. Smooth delivery. Okay. The fifth is use technology to tell story. Incorporate multimedia examples or case studies to make your message more relatable. And the last one, be prepare for the technical issue, have a backup plan, such a printed slides or second device to minimize disruption. So from this point, I can make a summary is by incorporating technology thoughtfully, you can and change your message, engage your audience, and deliver a more effective academic speech. Is it clear, Mr. Hand?
Thank you very much, Miss Mary. It's very clear, I think. But we got a problem with it. But what do you mean by clear and limited text when using the technology? Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It out the context, ya, Mr. Han, ya. Okay, next. Next is the last question from the Miss Hasana is how you handle unexpected interruption or technical issue while delivering a speech. Yes, Miss Hasana, thank you for your question. I'm trying to answer your question. It's quite long, yeah, Mr. Hassan, your answer. The answer is when unexpected interruption or technical issue occur during a speech, the most important thing is to stay calm and composed. I try not to panic or show frustration because that can affect to the audience. Perception and distract from the message. If it's a minor interruption like noise or someone walking in, I pause briefly and then continue confidently. If it's a technical issue like the microphone not working or slide not showing, I quickly improvise or adapt. For example, I may raise my voice slightly to continue without the microphone, or describe the visual content if the slides don't work. And I always try to prepare a backup plan before the speech, such a printed note or having my slides on another device. So most importantly, I use humor or a calm comment to keep the audience relaxed. It shows professionalism and help maintains their attention even unpredictable situation. Is it clear enough, Miss Hasana?
Enough. Thank you, Miss Mary.
Yeah, I think it's enough for our presentation. So I'm so sorry if my presentation is not perfect, Miss Dr. Fanny. So I hope all of you guys you can learn from the presentation and we can apply
Absolutely.
in our school how to be a speaker, how to be a communicator, how so we can deliver the message to the students. We learn from the volume, pitch, pronunciation. So I think it's enough for conversation today. So there's no any question again. So I say thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you,
Waalaikumsalam
Miss
warahmatullahi
Mary.
wabarakatuh.
Tim, Tim.